What's going on, guys? Bataha here. In this video I'm gonna do a 1-year review on the Coleman CT200U-EX. I got this a year ago for $500 with just a couple scratches. It's been barely used, and within this past year I've extensively modded this thing out, and y'all get to see the progress of it. So completely stock, this thing only goes 18 miles per hour. The first mod I did was I removed the throttle stop, which most people call the governor. Just cut that bolt with bolt cutters, and by doing that, the top speed that we got was 20 miles per hour. Next, I installed a straight pipe, which I don't think it helped the performance that much, but it sounded so much better. After that, I went ahead and got rid of the jack shaft, and I went to a straight chain just with the stock clutch, and this ended up going 38 miles per hour, but the acceleration was terrible. You cannot climb hills, took forever to get up to speed. So the next mod was I got a torque converter installed on this thing, and it was running an 11 tooth on the torque converter, and then the rear sprocket is stock 50 tooth, and I was only getting like 15 miles per hour on this thing. So I changed the rear sprocket for a 40 tooth, and with that I ended up only getting 17 miles per hour. What the hell? So I ended up getting the carburetor kit, and you're gonna get so much more power. So after this install with the carburetor kit, it ends up getting the top speed at 42 miles per hour. Let's get into some of the other mods. I ended up putting a thumb throttle on here just because I had it laying around, and when you upgrade the carburetor, the stock twist throttle will not work with the carburetor. Next, I went to Home Depot, bought like a 10-inch pipe, cut that in half, and replaced the stock foot pegs. I highly recommend doing this. The stock foot pegs suck and they end up flipping up on you all the time. And then I also ended up making this custom rear rack, more kind of for looks, you know, but I could put stuff on the back of it. It's strong. Like I can even pick up the back of the bike by holding on to that thing. And then I also ended up making a Springer seat, they call it. So you weld a hinge on the front of the seat right there, and I used some flat bar, kind of bent it to the shape of the seat. I bought these springs off of Amazon, bolted them on top, welded them bottom where that frame is. It's rear light installed, and it's really easy. You just need to run 2 wires to the wires that run your headlight, and so when the engine's running, the headlight's always on, and so is this backlight. You just gotta tap into those 2 wires right there. Another thing is I replaced the stock pole start with this Kohler because the stock pole start ended up breaking on me. And then right here, this is the weakest spot on these Coleman mini bikes, so I made a gusset and welded it on there. Mine actually started to kind of bend a little bit, so highly recommend doing this mod. You know, off-road this thing and ride this thing hard. You might see some frame damage if you don't do this mod. Let's talk about maintenance. So I think it's only happened once, maybe twice to me, where one of the rocker arms will either kind of come in loose, or you know, it'll be out of whack. And a way that you know this is the pull start will kind of start locking up on you. I pulled the valve cover and you could see this rocker arm was loose. I ended up just pulling the head off because I just wanted to look inside. Adjusted the valves. There's tons of videos out there on YouTube on how to do it, and that's the only maintenance you're gonna do. So that is just a quick summary of everything that I've done on this bike. I'm gonna link down below a playlist that has all my videos that are on this bike. I highly recommend you go check that out. So the maintenance, adjusting the valves and changing the oil, that's all you're gonna have to do on this bike, man. It's super easy, and to be honest, I haven't changed the oil in a year. I changed it once I first got it, and that's it. I'm gonna make a how to change the oil video soon, and we're gonna see if there's any metal shavings or how dirty the oil is on my bike. But for the 1-year review, I'm gonna say I am highly impressed by the quality of this Coleman mini bike, and I highly recommend, if you're looking to get one, to just get one. It's super easy to work on. You know, the mods are cheap and you get really good performance out of them, and it's so much fun. I've seen a lot of reviews and people doing videos on these mini bikes, and they're like, oh yeah, like they're trash, don't get one. It's like, man, I have literally beat this thing up so bad on so many occasions, and the engine is yet to blow up on me. Me and my friends will literally race each other for like, you know, 30 minutes to an hour straight of like, most of the time it's full throttle, and we'll get back and the engine is literally like smoking. I haven't blown a seal. I haven't, you know, blown the thing up yet. Nothing, man. It's crazy. So I can stand by these Coleman products and say, yeah, man, you know, they're worth it. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Down below in the description, I'm gonna have all the parts that I upgraded this thing, and I'll have that playlist with all the videos I've made on this Coleman. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. I'm Bataha. We'll see y'all in the next one.